You can't fix anything, can you, Rajesh? Marcus Tan, in his sharp-tailored deep burgundy suit, pointed at the man before him as if he were a living joke. A few customers began to watch. Other employees pretended not to see, but they all did. Everyone was watching. The spluttering sound of the failing engine echoed through the sleek, modern showroom of the luxury car dealership in Singapore's financial district, Marina Bay. But it wasn't the sound that drew attention. It was the loud, exaggerated, humiliating laughter. The mechanic, Rajesh Kumar, wore worn overalls, already stained with engine grease. His hands were marked by years of work, his face remarkably calm. He held an ancient toolbox and didn't respond, which only irritated Marcus further. "Do you really think you can touch this?" He slapped the hood of the gleaming, canary-yellow electric supercar. "This car is worth more than everything you've ever owned in your life." A woman in the background brought a hand to her mouth. A man began to record discreetly on his phone. Rajesh merely looked at the engine, then at Marcus, and said something simple. "If you let me finish, I'll resolve it." Marcus burst into laughter again. Louder, crueler. "Resolve it?" He looked around. "Are you all hearing this? He's going to resolve it?" Some chuckled along, others remained silent, but the atmosphere had already shifted. Because Rajesh didn't react, and when someone doesn't react, it creates tension. Marcus crossed his arms. "You know what? Go on. Show us your talent." It was a challenge, a trap, a way to expose Rajesh even further. Rajesh placed his toolbox on the ground, opened it calmly, and picked out a simple wrench. Nothing sophisticated, nothing high-tech, just pure experience. The showroom fell silent. Even the security guards in the background began to observe. The metallic clinking of tools echoed. A click, an adjustment, a measured breath. Marcus still smirked, but now less so. Rajesh paused, looked at the engine, and said, "Whoever worked on this before made the problem worse." Marcus frowned. "What are you implying?" Rajesh didn't answer, merely continued with a few more adjustments, more silence. Then he closed the hood, wiped his hands on a rag, and looked directly at Marcus. "You can start it." Marcus laughed again, but this time it was shorter. He got into the car, turned the key. The engine sputtered. 1 second, 2, and then a clean, perfect roar. No failures, no noise, no error. Silence filled the air. Nobody spoke. Nobody laughed. The man who was recording stopped. The woman in the background stood motionless. Marcus slowly exited the car. His smile vanished. "That was luck," he muttered. Rajesh merely looked at him and then said, "No?" He pointed to the dashboard. An alert appeared. "Diagnostic system active." Marcus froze. "I didn't just fix it," Marcus, Rajesh continued. "I left the system running in real time. Now everyone here can see what was done to this car." A staff member approached, read the screen, and turned pale. Marcus was silent. "These alterations were made manually," the staff member stammered. Another employee came closer. More silence. "And they were made before the car was even checked into the system." The atmosphere changed completely. It was no longer about mechanics. It was about accountability. Marcus tried to speak. "This doesn't prove anything. It proves everything," Rajesh said, calm and firm, "because the system logs the user." A name appeared on the screen, and it wasn't Rajesh's. It was Marcus's. Mr. Lim, the dealership manager, was already walking towards them. He had seen. He had understood. And he was not smiling. "Marcus, my office. Now." No shouts, no spectacle, no police, but with immense weight. Marcus tried to maintain his composure, but he had lost all control. Rajesh simply picked up his toolbox, closed it, and remained silent. As Marcus was led away, Rajesh said something quietly, but everyone heard. "He who meddles with what he doesn't understand ends up revealing more than he intends." A pause. "And he who scoffs at others forgets that results speak louder than any laughter." Total silence. And as it is written in Proverbs 16:18. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And also in Luke 16:10, whoever is faithful in a very little is faithful also in much. Sometimes, it's not about knowing how to speak loudly. It's about knowing how to do things right. It's not about appearance. It's about competence. And in the end, what truly defines someone isn't how much they boast, but how much they deliver. Because the silence that comes after the truth speaks louder than any laughter. Respect is basic, arrogance exacts a heavy price, and the truth always emerges